Have you ever paused in the middle of your day, maybe while folding laundry or stirring a pot of soup, and thought, I don't feel quite like myself anymore? Not in a sad way, just a quiet noticing that your energy feels different, that your reflection has changed, that time has moved, even if your heart still feels young. Aging is natural, but somewhere along the way, we were told that it's something to fight, that we need special products, expensive treatments, or a list of rules to stay young. But in truth, aging well has little to do with money, and everything to do with how gently we treat ourselves. In Japan, many women live into their 80s and 90s with strength, grace, and a quiet sense of beauty. Not because they do more, but because they do things with intention. They move with care. They eat with gratitude. They rest with purpose. And these daily choices, though simple, add up over time. Today, I want to share 15 of those Japanese habits with you. They are free, they are simple, and they are deeply human. You won't need to change your whole life. Just one small habit at a time, the kind that makes you feel more like you again. Habit 1. Eat with the sun, not the clock. In many Japanese households, dinner is served early, often by 6 or 7 in the evening. After that, the kitchen quiets down. No late-night snacks, no grazing in front of the television. Just rest. And breakfast comes the next morning, after 12 or more hours of gentle fasting. They don't call it fasting. They don't even think of it as a health rule. It's just how life flows, in rhythm with the sun. For older women, especially, this simple habit can make a real difference. When we give our bodies a longer break between dinner and breakfast, our digestion improves, inflammation can settle, and our sleep becomes deeper. You're not starving yourself. You're giving your body space to breathe. You may have grown up with the idea that a bedtime snack helps you sleep, and in some seasons of life, maybe it did. But now, imagine this. You finish dinner while there's still light in the sky. You wash the dishes, take a warm bath, maybe read a few pages of a book, and then you let your body rest, completely. When morning comes, you wake not just hungry but refreshed. Try this for a few nights. Set a gentle goal. Maybe finish eating by 6:30 or 7. No guilt if life gets in the way. Just notice how your body feels. You might sleep better. You might wake up clearer. And you might find that food tastes better when your body is ready for it. Aging well isn't about restriction. It's about rhythm. And eating with the sun, letting your body follow the natural light, is one of the most powerful, no-cost ways to support your health. You don't need a diet plan. You just need a clock and the courage to listen to your body's quiet wisdom. Habit 2. Make breakfast your foundation. In Japan, breakfast is not rushed. It's not a drive-through coffee or a quick piece of toast eaten standing at the sink. It is intentional, often warm, often colorful, and always grounding. A traditional Japanese breakfast might include a bowl of miso soup, a scoop of rice, perhaps some fish or egg, and a few small vegetable sides. It's not heavy, but it's full. The idea is simple. You give your body what it needs at the beginning of the day, not the end, and many American women grew up doing the opposite. Small breakfast, light lunch, and a big dinner. But as we age, our digestion slows down. Eating most of our calories late in the day can leave us feeling heavy at bedtime and sluggish in the morning. What if you flipped that around? What if your biggest meal was in the morning? When your body is rested, your metabolism is stronger, and your mind is clear. It doesn't have to be Japanese. Maybe it's oatmeal with cinnamon and walnuts, or scrambled eggs with spinach and whole grain toast, or even soup. Yes, soup for breakfast is more comforting than you might expect. When you start your day with real food, you set a different tone. You give your body energy, not just caffeine. You give your heart a sense of grounding, and you tell yourself, quietly but powerfully, that you are worth nourishing. This habit isn't about being perfect, it's about presence. So tomorrow morning, before the day takes over, take 10 minutes just for you. Sit down, eat something warm, and let your body know it's being cared for. Habit 3. Chew slowly, breathe deeply. In the rush of modern life, many of us learned to eat quickly. We eat in front of the television. We eat while scrolling our phones. We eat standing up, walking around, answering questions, solving problems. And we barely taste our food. We barely breathe. In Japan, meals are quiet. There is no shame in silence at the table. Food is chewed slowly, not just for digestion, but for appreciation. In fact, many people try to chew each bite 30 times. Not because they have to, but because they want to enjoy every flavor. And because they know digestion begins in the mouth. For older women, this is not just a mindful practice. It's a gift to the body. As we age, our stomach produces fewer digestive enzymes. Our gut slows down. When we chew more, we help that process along. We break down food before it even reaches the stomach, and that can mean less bloating, fewer digestive issues, and more energy. But this habit also gives us something else: presence. When you chew slowly, you notice textures. You pause, you breathe. You remember that eating is not just fuel, it's a form of connection. To the food, yes, but also to yourself. The next time you sit down to eat, try this. No distractions. No television, no phone, no rush. Just your plate, your breath, and your presence. Chew slowly. Breathe deeply between bites. You might eat less, but feel more satisfied. You might discover flavors you've missed for years. In a world that rushes us, this is a quiet rebellion. A return to something older, wiser, and more human. Habit 4. Move gently. Every day. You do not have to go to a gym. You do not have to follow an intense routine. You do not have to push your body to exhaustion. In fact, for many older women, those things may do more harm than good. What your body truly needs is movement. Not extreme, but consistent. Not forceful, but loving. In Japan, it's common to see older women walking each morning. Not power walking, just moving. Gently, rhythmically, with good posture and calm breath. Some practice light yoga or stretching. Others do housework with intention, bending deeply to fold laundry or reaching up high to dust shelves. They treat everyday movements like small exercises. And over time, these small efforts keep their bodies agile. If you've ever felt discouraged by the word exercise, you're not alone. But try replacing that word with movement. Not something to dread, but something to invite in, like music or sunlight. Start with 10 minutes a day, a slow walk around the block, a few stretches while your tea is steeping, dancing gently in your living room to a favorite song. What matters is not how fast you go, but how lovingly you move. As we age, movement becomes medicine. It keeps our joints open, our breath steady, and our spirits lifted. But it should never feel like punishment. It should feel like kindness. So today, instead of saying, "I have to exercise," try saying this: "My body deserves to move." That simple shift might change everything. Habit 5. Bathe like it's a ritual, not a chore. In many parts of Japan, taking a bath is not just about getting clean. It's a ritual. A sacred pause between the day's noise and the night's rest. The water is warm, not scalding. Around 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and the setting is quiet. No distractions, just steam, stillness, and the sound of your own breath. For older women, especially, this daily bath can be deeply healing. It soothes tired joints. It calms an anxious heart. It relaxes the nervous system, preparing the body for deep sleep. But perhaps most of all, it gives you a moment to return to yourself, to your own body, your own needs, your own rhythm. Think about how much of your life has been spent taking care of others, children, parents, partners, friends. When was the last time you gave yourself 10 full minutes, uninterrupted, to simply rest? That's what a bath can be, a kind of quiet ceremony. You don't need a spa. You don't need bath bombs or candles, unless you want them. All you need is warm water and the intention to care for yourself the way you've always cared for others. Try this tonight. Run a bath. Step in slowly. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Let the heat soften the places where you hold stress, your shoulders, your lower back, your feet. This is not luxury. This is not selfish. This is health. This is rest. This is necessary. Aging gracefully means learning to value our own stillness. In Japan, they've known this for generations, and now, so can you. Habit 6. Let your plate be a rainbow. If you ever visit a Japanese home during mealtime, you'll notice something beautiful. The colors on the plate. Not just green salad and brown meat, but bright carrots, soft white tofu, dark green seaweed, pale yellow eggs, and deep purple sweet potatoes. It's not about fashion or superfoods. It's about variety. And nature. There's a quiet wisdom in eating a wide range of ingredients. Each food brings something different to your body. A different mineral, a different vitamin, a different kind of energy. And over time, these small differences make a big impact on your digestion, your skin, your memory, and your strength. As we age, our nutritional needs shift. We may absorb less iron, need more calcium, or crave different textures. But instead of overthinking every label, try this. Look at your plate. How many colors do you see? It does not have to be perfect. A bowl of soup with red tomatoes, green spinach, and white beans. A plate with grilled chicken, orange sweet potatoes, and purple cabbage. Even small changes make a difference. In Japan, eating with the seasons is also part of this habit. In the spring, they eat tender greens. In the summer, juicy cucumbers and melons. In the fall, earthy mushrooms and squash. In the winter, root vegetables that warm the belly. You can do this wherever you live. Visit a local farmer's market. Ask what's fresh. Choose one new vegetable each week and learn to love it. Food should not be a burden. It should be a quiet celebration. A way to care for your future, one meal at a time. So the next time you prepare your plate, ask yourself, what color is missing? And how can I bring more life into this meal for my body and my joy? Habit 7. Posture is a form of self-respect. Think about the women you admire most, the ones who walk into a room and command quiet attention, not because they are loud, but because they carry themselves with presence. Their shoulders are open, their back is tall, their gaze is steady. That presence often begins with something simple, posture. In Japan, posture is not just about how you look, it's about how you live. From childhood, people are taught to sit with a straight back, to bow with grace, to walk with quiet confidence. And as they grow older, this habit helps preserve strength, balance, and dignity. For older women, posture becomes even more important. As we age, our muscles weaken. Our spine may compress. It becomes tempting to hunch forward, especially when we feel tired, discouraged, or unnoticed. But good posture is not about perfection. It's about remembering your own worth. Try this right now. Sit up tall. Roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath. Feel the space you occupy. You belong here. You deserve to stand and sit with presence. You don't need an exercise routine to improve posture. Simply bring more awareness to the way you move. When you're washing dishes, stand with your feet grounded and your spine long. When you're folding clothes, bend your knees instead of your back. Even while waiting in line, you can practice lifting your chest and breathing with ease. Good posture protects your joints. It helps prevent falls. It allows your lungs to expand fully. But more than that, it reminds you every day that you are still strong. You are still beautiful, and you are still standing tall in every sense of the word. Habit 8. Soup as a first act of kindness. In many Japanese households, soup is not an afterthought. It's the beginning of the meal. A small bowl, usually warm and light, made with vegetables, tofu, or seaweed. It prepares the stomach. It slows the pace. It offers comfort before the rest of the food arrives. There's something deeply nurturing about starting your meal this way, especially as we get older, when digestion is more sensitive and appetite may come and go. A warm soup eases the body into eating. It calms the nervous system, and it prevents overeating, because we feel nourished before we ever reach for seconds. You don't have to cook anything complicated. A simple broth with a few chopped carrots and spinach. A lentil soup. A cup of chicken broth with herbs. Even reheated leftovers can work. What matters is the warmth and the care behind it. Make it a small ritual. As you prepare dinner, let your soup simmer quietly on the stove. Smell it, taste it. Let it invite you to sit down and slow down. You'll notice that when you begin your meal with kindness to your stomach and your soul, the entire evening feels more peaceful. This habit doesn't take much, but over time, it builds a rhythm of self-respect, of nourishment, of remembering that you deserve softness and care, even in the simplest parts of the day. Habit 9. Let nature choose what you eat. In Japan, one of the quietest yet most powerful health habits is eating with the seasons. Not because it's trendy, not because it's part of a diet, but because nature is trusted as the best guide. What grows in spring cleanses the body after winter. What ripens in summer hydrates and cools. What thrives in autumn warms the belly and builds strength for the cold to come. You might not live near a rice field or a Japanese market, but wherever you are, nature still speaks. Through local produce, farmers markets, even grocery store signs that say fresh this week. Seasonal eating is not about being strict. It's about being attuned. Listening to what the land is offering you right now. As we age, our needs change with the weather. In colder months, our joints ache more. Our digestion slows down. That's when roasted root vegetables, warm grains, and hearty stews feel just right. In summer, our bodies crave lighter foods, berries, cucumbers, fresh herbs. You don't have to read nutrition labels to eat well. You just have to look at what's around you. Start small. Ask yourself, what's growing near me this month? Can I add just one seasonal ingredient to tonight's meal? In Japan, food is seen as a kind of quiet medicine, and like all medicine, timing matters. Nature knows what your body needs before you do, and the more we tune in, the more vibrant, balanced, and grounded we begin to feel. So next time you plan a meal, take a moment to step outside, feel the air, notice the season, and let nature help you decide what to put on your plate. Habit 10. Season lightly, taste deeply. Have you ever eaten at a restaurant and thought, that was way too salty? Or opened a jar of store-bought sauce and found the flavor too strong, too artificial, too much? If so, your body may already be craving something gentler, something more in line with how food is seasoned in Japan. In many Japanese kitchens, seasoning is light but thoughtful. Instead of covering up the taste of the ingredients, they highlight it. A dash of miso, a splash of rice vinegar, a pinch of sea salt. Nothing heavy, just enough to bring out the natural flavor. This habit is about more than taste. As we grow older, our bodies become more sensitive to salt, sugar, and artificial additives. Heavy seasoning can burden the kidneys, raise blood pressure, or make food harder to digest. But when we season with care, we respect the body and the food. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just start paying attention. Taste before adding salt. Use herbs like rosemary or thyme. Try squeezing a bit of lemon instead of using bottled dressing. Let your tongue relearn the subtle notes of sweetness, bitterness, earthiness, all the layers that real food carries. And here's the unexpected gift. When we season lightly, we chew more slowly. We notice more. We feel more satisfied. Our meals become an experience, not just a routine. Light seasoning is not about making food bland. It's about allowing the food to speak. It's about trusting your palate again, the way we did as children, when a simple bowl of soup could make us smile. Habit 11. Your skin reflects your inner health. In Japan, skin is not just treated, it's understood. Many women see their skin as a mirror, a quiet report card that reflects how they're caring for their body. If the skin glows, it means the inside is balanced. If it looks dull or inflamed, it's a sign to slow down, rest more, eat better, or release stress. This gentle approach shifts the focus away from vanity and toward vitality. And for older women, that shift is healing. You no longer chase perfection, you simply listen. Our skin changes as we age. It may become thinner, drier, or more sensitive. But instead of seeing that as decline, what if we saw it as communication? Your skin might be asking for more hydration, more healthy fats, more rest, or fewer harsh products. One of the most loving things you can do is build a relationship with your skin. Check in with it each morning. How does it feel? What does it need? This practice builds self-awareness. It also helps you notice early signs of imbalance. Before they grow into illness, you don't need expensive skincare. You need gentleness, nourishing foods, hydration, clean air, a little sun, maybe a cool cloth on a tired face, and more than anything, kindness, the kind you would offer to a child. In Japan, beauty is often defined not by youth, but by effort. A woman who cares for herself, day by day, gently and patiently, is seen as beautiful, not because of what she covers, but because of what she reveals. A sense of peace, health, and self-respect. Habit 12. Protein is your quiet strength. When we are young, we often worry about eating too much. But as we grow older, we must shift our focus, not on eating less, but on eating right. And one of the most overlooked needs for older women is protein. In Japan, protein comes from many gentle sources: tofu, eggs, small portions of fish, beans, and sometimes powdered soybean called kinako. These foods are not loud, they are not trendy, but they build strength, support bone health, and keep the skin firm and the brain sharp. After age 35, our bodies begin to lose muscle naturally. That loss increases after 50. And without enough protein, our skin may sag, our energy may drop, and our recovery from illness becomes slower. But when we nourish our muscles, we support the rest of the body, including the heart, the mind, and even our balance and posture. You don't need protein shakes unless you enjoy them. What you need is consistency. A boiled egg with breakfast, some lentils in your soup, a scoop of cottage cheese with fruit, small, daily servings. Listen to your body. On days when you feel tired or foggy, ask yourself, did I eat enough protein? Did I give my body the building blocks it needs? In Japan, there's no obsession with high-protein diets, just a quiet understanding that every cell in the body needs support, and that support begins with food. So be gentle, but be wise. Feed your strength, not just your hunger. It's one of the simplest, most powerful gifts you can give yourself, at any age. Habit 13. Balance, not perfection. There's a quiet grace in the way many Japanese women approach eating. When they gather for a celebration, perhaps with family, friends, or at a small restaurant, they do not count calories. They do not punish themselves the next morning. They enjoy the food, the company, the laughter, and then return to balance the very next day. It's a mindset that removes guilt. In Japanese culture, the idea of harmony applies to everything: relationships, nature, even your plate. One big meal doesn't ruin your health. One small indulgence does not undo the good you've done. It's what you do most days, not some days, that matters. For older women especially, this concept can be freeing. Maybe you've carried decades of diet rules, of self-judgment, of thinking certain foods are bad and others are good. But in truth, food is nourishment, for both body and soul. And sometimes, nourishment means a slice of pie shared with your granddaughter on a quiet Sunday afternoon. The real question isn't, did I eat perfectly today? It's, did I listen to my body? Did I enjoy what I ate? Did I feel at peace after the meal? If the answer is yes, then that is enough. So next time you feel you've eaten too much or chosen something less healthy, do this. Take a walk. Drink some tea. Eat more vegetables tomorrow. Smile at yourself in the mirror. Balance is not found through punishment. It's found through kindness, patience, and trust. Trust that your body is wise and you are enough. Habit 14. Celebrate the ordinary moments. In Japanese homes, even simple tasks, sweeping the floor, washing rice, arranging chopsticks, are done with care. Not rushed, not ignored, but honored in their own quiet way. This way of living has a name, Ichigo Ichie, which means one time, one meeting. It's a reminder that each moment is unique and may never come again. As we grow older, this wisdom becomes even more precious. The days may slow down, the house may get quieter, but there is beauty still, in the steam rising from a morning cup of tea, in the rhythm of folding towels, in the sound of birds outside your kitchen window. This habit asks us to bring presence into the ordinary, not to glamorize life, but to soften into it, to light a candle during dinner, even if you're eating alone, to hum while washing dishes, to pause and notice the warmth of the water on your hands. These little gestures do something remarkable. They turn routine into ritual. They turn chores into moments of peace, and they remind you that your life, right now, as it is worthy of attention and care. You don't need a grand purpose every day. You just need presence and the courage to see your daily life not as something to rush through, but as something to cherish. One breath, one step, one meal at a time. Habit 15. Be gentle with yourself, always. There is a word in Japanese, yasashi, that means gentle, kind, tender. It is used to describe people, gestures, even voices. But in deeper ways, it also describes a way of being, a way of relating to the world and to yourself. Many Japanese women, especially as they age, learn to live with this gentleness, not just with their families, but with their own bodies, their own pace, their own reflection in the mirror. They do not demand perfection. They do not speak to themselves harshly. They allow for softness in the way they walk, the way they speak, the way they rest. And this softness is not weakness, it is strength. A strength built on acceptance, on wisdom, and on choosing peace over pressure. For older women in America, this may feel unfamiliar. We've been taught to be productive, to stay busy, to always be improving. But there comes a time, and maybe that time is now, when gentleness is what your spirit truly needs. Gentleness in how you move, gentleness in how you eat, gentleness in how you forgive yourself. You don't have to prove anything. You've done enough. You are enough. So, when your body feels slower, don't push. Support it. When your skin looks different, don't criticize. Thank it. When you forget something, don't scold yourself. Breathe and begin again. Gentleness is the medicine our culture forgets to prescribe, but it is free, and it is always available the moment you choose to be kind to yourself.